Hiya, I'm just going to make a quick video because it's easier to explain it than make a video on how I work out my macros. So it's a bit confusing because some people do it differently. Some people work out percentages, but percentage of what? You need to know what the percentage is of. And unless you're really good at maths, well, it's a bit confusing. So you can't just say 30% of this, 30% of that, and you can't work out like that. What you got to do is break it down separately into protein, carbs, and fats. So I always work out my protein first because the protein is the most important part, especially if you're bodybuilding and you want to grow muscle. So I work out my protein first, then I work out my carbs because carbs are energy, that's what you need. It all depends if I'm bulking or if I'm cutting, if you're bodybuilder or whatever sport you're doing. So carbs are a bit different, but the way you work out your carbs is just from a little chart which says how much exercise you do. So if you're very active, medium active, or not very active, or if you're bulking, you're normal, or you're cutting, you just have more or less. So there's a different calculation for doing your carbs, and then your fats are last. The way I work out fats is basically everybody's got fat in their body. Unless you've got very low body fat, everybody's got some sort of fat. And the body will use that fat as energy or to stay healthy. So unless you're like 2% body fat or your hair's falling out or your skin's flaky anyway, you've probably got enough fat in your body. So don't add any extra fat. Just take your protein from healthy fats and peanut butter and mackerel anyway, so you don't add any extra fat, or you can add omega-3 oils to keep healthy anyway. So it's very hard to have a diet with 0% fat, so I always allow about 10%, but don't add in fat. You'll find out you want to take away the fat from your diet anyway, so I allow 10%. So I wrote it down quickly here, how I work it out. I can take a screenshot and I can photo of it and you can zoom in, but it's very simple. If I can do the maths, it's not that bad. I have done a YouTube video before, but I've done it again here. I'm not really sure if I can switch the screen rounds, but if I just, right, so I'll take a photo of it. I'll send you a photo as well. But what I've done is, it's all like, it'll be completely different for you, but it's the maths of it. If I'm 185 pounds now, first of all, you need to change your pounds into kilograms because we always work out diet in kilograms. But I work out my body weight in pounds because you see more of a change. So we're doing to kilograms. So I'm 185 pounds. So into kilograms, divide your figure by 2.205. So that means I'm 83.9 kilograms body weight. Let's call it 84. Just for argument's sake, let's just say I'm 10% body fat. So that's 90% lean weight. Sorry if I'm being talking stupid. I don't know how good at maths you are. Right, so take away 10% off that 84 kilograms is 90% of that figure is 75.6% lean weight. So your muscle, your bone, your tissue, your goodness. Because you don't want to add in food for fat. Why would you don't say your whatever body weight you are if you got some fat. You don't feed the fat, you want to feed the muscle. So that's why you always say a bit less. So I'm 75.6 lean weight. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to do my protein first. I use 1.9 grams for every kilogram of lean weight. So don't forget that number, 75.6 times that by 1.9. That gives me 143.6 grams of protein. Now, if you want to work out your grams in protein to calories, you multiply that by 4. So 143 grams of protein is 574 calories. Okay, that's it. That's your protein sorted. Obviously, you take that from healthy protein, chicken, tuna, turkey, beef, whatever you like. Take it from there. That's a separate subject of what type of protein you're having. Whatever you like. Whey protein, casein protein, eggs. Then you want to do your carbs. Like I said, it depends if you're bulking, cutting, bodybuilder, tennis, football. So carbs. if you're bulking, I'd probably go for something like 5 grams per kilogram of lean body weight. So again, that's 75.6 grams body weight. Multiply that by 5. For me, that means 378 grams of carbs. If you're bulking and you're not putting on enough weight, each week add on a bit extra. So maybe go to 6 grams times that body weight. Or if you're cutting and you're not cutting enough, just take some off, recalculate and take it off. If you want to know your grams of carbs into calories of carbs, again, times that by 4. So 378 times that by 4 is 1,512 calories for me. Okay, so now you've got your carbs and now you've got your proteins, you want to work out your fat. Like I said, I don't add in fat because I think I got enough fat. Even if you are bulking, you don't want to be bulking fat. Any extra protein will turn to fat, any extra carbs will turn to fat. So I'm assuming you're having a healthy diet with vitamins and vegetables. So hopefully you're having omega-3s or supplements. You should have enough healthy fat in your diet anyway, because we're not talking about takeaways and things. I'm assuming you're taking protein and you're into training. So only need about 10% of fat. Don't forget, it's 10% of the total. So if you're having a lot of food, 10% of a lot of food is still a lot of fat. So it could mean if you're a 16 stone bodybuilder, 10% of that a lot of food is still a lot of fat, enough to be healthy. What I do is I add up my protein and I add up my carbs in calories, right? So the 578 calories plus the 1,212 calories added together equals 2,086 calories so far. I only want 10% of my diet to be fat. So what I do is I take that number and divide it by 9, which means 231 calories of fat. 231. If you want to know how many grams of fat that is, so you want to change it from calories to grams, it's 9. So you divide it by 9. Before, when I multiplied my protein by 4, fat is 9. So divide that number by 9, it's 25 grams of fat. So if I go through it again, it's 143 grams of protein, 378 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of fat. If I really wanted to, I could work that out into percentages, but it doesn't. You don't do percentages. You do what your body needs. Some people say different amounts. Anything more than 1.9 grams of protein. So why don't you just round it up to 2? Well, because we're all adults and we all should be quite good at maths. And if you're gonna just round it up to make it 2, well, why bother measuring it at all? So you want to be specific. Some scientists have said that it's 1.9, so we go for 1.9. 1.8 isn't enough, and 2 is just too much. So you either put on fat or it goes in the toilet. Carbs, you can play around with a bit. If you feel a bit tired or you're losing weight, you're not having enough. And if you're bulking or you're putting on too much weight, you're having too much. Fat, if you start to lose your hair or your skin or anything like health reasons, so female time of the month or whatever, anything like that, you could have an omega-3 tablet to bulk it up, oily fish like mackerels to bulk it up, tiny bit of oil in your food, that's easily enough to bulk it up a little bit. But like I said, 10% of the total should be quite a lot. So that's a quick 10-minute video. I'll take a photo and send you a photo of my calculation. If you need any more help, send me a video, send me a message, or send me a photo of your body weight and I can calculate it for you if you want. Or I can show you how I would do your diet. If you want any help on whatever, just send us a message. Okay, hope that helps, and no problem.